I was freaked out. I thought I lost my students. I thought that was going to be the end. I thought they would end up dead. I thought I would lose my PADI license. I thought I'd end up in jail. I thought this is the end of my scuba diving career. My scariest moment underwater as a scuba diving instructor was probably on my first ever course that I taught. So I was teaching the advanced course back in 2013. I was 18 years old, fresh off of my IDC. I had done some team teaching and I was down there ready to teach. I had an amazing group of divers doing their advanced course. We had done all the theory in Brisbane and we were doing all of our practicals on Stratty. Stradbroke Island is an island just near Brisbane where we went over for a weekend. And as you guys know, for your advanced open water course, you need to do a deep dive, you need to do a navigation dive, and then you have a choice of the other 3 dives. Usually I would recommend to do a peak performance buoyancy dive where I could really focus with my students on getting their trim and buoyancy perfect. While yes, I know this is crucial for a lot of open water students to get done, unfortunately not all instructors focus on mastering this skill. But what is not fuzzy is the scariest moment underwater for me. Now, there have been dives where personally I have been in some trouble, some down current situations, and when I got entangled. Let me know if that's something you'd like me to talk about in a future video. This one was actually featuring one of my really good friends. We had gone down there and we were doing our navigation dive. So if you guys know, one of the skills for the navigation dive is you have to do a reciprocal heading where you spin around, pick a compass heading, or I give a compass heading, whether by pointing in a direction or writing it down on a slate, and then I buddy off the divers, and then I let one person know that they're doing the compass heading and the other person is counting the kick cycles. And because the visibility was so bad, I had briefed them that they would be doing 10 kick cycles underwater. So 10 kick cycles. A kick cycle is a full rotation, so 1, 2, 3. We would do 10 kick cycles underwater to location and then spin around, do the reciprocal heading back. The visibility was really, really bad. So when I had gone down, I decided, look, 10 kick cycles feels too nerve-wracking for me. What I'm gonna do is gonna tell them 7 kick cycles, so they should still be within my line of sight while I wait with the rest of the group here, and they do their reciprocal and come back. They are certified divers at this point, so I don't have to follow them the whole way. I had another, I think there were 6 of us in total, so I was hanging out with the other 4 divers, and I was like, cool, you guys buddy up, you do the compass, you count the 7 kick cycles. Now I understand that I should have just kept what I had briefed on the surface, but I thought that if I said 7 rather than 10, that they would understand. Now the issue is they didn't, and my briefing was not consistent, therefore it was my fault for not explaining it properly. But the person who was counting the kick cycles thought I meant 70. So they just kept kicking and kicking and kicking and disappeared in this horrible, horrible visibility. And I'm just sitting there watching them disappear. Reef Rebellion, if you want to get yourself a hat, this one's not out yet, but this is a sample, so let me know if you like the sample. But we have a bunch of shirts available and 10% of proceeds goes to the reef. So first course I've taught, I'm afraid I'm gonna lose these students. 70 kick cycles is a lot. I didn't know what they were doing. I didn't know why they kept going because I had counted their kick cycles, saw that they reached 7, and they just kept going. They just weren't coming back. There was a little bit of current, and as you guys know, when you're doing compass skills with a current, you have to take it into account because you might go a little bit off course. In that moment, I told all my other dive buddies to stay where they were. I put my line down at that spot, and then I did a big line like down current, so in case they had gone out and then back in, not directly to where we were, they would find the line and then follow the line up or down to us. So that was my kind of plan. I don't know how long I waited. So you guys know, if you don't find your buddy or you have a missing separation buddy for, you know, you look around for a minute and then you go up to the surface. But because they were doing a skill, I was nervous that if I had gone up to the surface, they wouldn't be there because they were doing the skill. And I didn't know why they were gone for so long. So I was fully panicking. I was freaked out. I thought I lost my students. I thought that was gonna be the end. I thought they would end up dead. I thought I would lose my PADI license. I thought I'd end up in jail. I thought this is the end of my scuba diving career. And then they popped out. Turns out that my briefing on how to use a compass went well, and they followed the instructions clearly, and they came back. I was so relieved. I was like, good job. Thank you for coming back. We went back on the boat, and I remember them looking at me. They're like, so we started doing the 70 kick cycles and decided that it was too many, so we only did 30. And I'm there like, I meant 7. I meant 7. So yeah, we had a good giggle, good laugh. No one got hurt, no one got lost. They found their way back, but it just is such an important lesson on how you need to make sure that your briefing stays consistent. As an instructor, cover all the things that might go wrong. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to hear about the time one of my students had a dive accident, check out that video. Also guys,